Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's now time for the unfiltered news from the reality zone, where political correctness is not spoken here, with G. Edgar Griffin as the pilot of this, and I as the commentator. Editor is Cassandra Anderson. Photos and humor scout is Joanne Glover, and proofreader is Tom Parker. Welcome. This is for June 14th through June 20th. Let us get going on the comic strip for this week. IRS. We can go back to 1998 when you claimed a write-off. This you have, but can't find the Lois Langner emails about the Tea Party? That's right, Lois Langner. They couldn't find those things. That's because the IRS is a joke, and they know it now. And they're certain to be revealed as the enemy of the state. Yes, they are. The banksters are coming down. Just give them time. The whole financial system will crumble under them. I mean, they went after Russia now and China, saying they're the enemy because they're using money, not the U.S. money. Well, yeah, because that's how it happens. Later, we'll start this over again. We're going to hit the restart button on America. And what's going to happen here is that we're going to reset everything and kick the banksters out again, as Jefferson did, and Madison, and a few others who just kicked them out. They're going to go bye-bye. And we're going to start over again, relying on state banks, which are more cleaner, and credit unions. If you got your money in like Citibank or any of these major banking industries, get your money out and put it in a credit union. That's the only thing I can say, to help you. Get them out, go to a credit union, a very small bank that's supported by the people themselves, and don't do this. Don't feed the beast. Okay, here we go. Headlines this week that you may have missed. Video. German protests are growing against the U.S. Federal Reserve and its sibling central banks in Europe. Central banks, again, the enemy. These protesters basically are peace advocates who seek the link between corrupt banking systems and war, and they want to put an end to both. The mainstream media is saying that they are Nazis. Nazis! No, the banksters are Nazis, who are attacking Jewish bankers, who say that you're anti-Semitic if you believe that. See how these Jews are doing? It's the Jewish government, not the people. I want to emphasize it's not the Jewish people. It's their government that is corrupt to the core. Just as our government in America is corrupt to the core. Liberty Blitzkrieg, June 20th. Video. Taxpayers of Albuquerque, New Mexico will pay $6 million to settle a lawsuit against their police department that killed a schizophrenic man in 2011. The police claim self-defense, but the video of the event showed otherwise, and the man was shot in the back. See how that happens? Nazis? Who are the real Nazis? The judge found that the police escalated the situation, which is good. They escalated it. RT, June 19th. Okay. An article to keep for future reference. A study from the University of California, San Diego School of Medicine links premature death from all causes to vitamin D deficiency. That's right. If you're not taking D3, or at least a small amount of D in your diet, and don't rely on milk, then you're going to die. Welcome to death. Medical news today, June 18th. D3 is probably the best thing. I work inside all day long inside of our building with fluorescent lights. I have no sunshine throughout the day. I take walks around the complex for my exercise to the day because I'm gaining weight and that's not right. Anyways, U.S. video. Customs and Border Patrol is providing bus tickets and vouchers for illegal immigrants from Central America to travel deeper into the U.S. This is seen by many people as a humanitarian program. InfoWars, June 18th. And it's not. They're bringing these children and everything up here so when they get to a voting age in a few years, they can vote Democrat and put the socialists back in power again. Because they know they're going to lose for a term, 4 years. And they're going to have the Republicans, which aren't any better. I call them Republicrats. They work together and they're playing you like a fiddle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're not paying attention. Drug war, back blow. Vegas cop killers were drug informants for the police. Yes, they were informants for the police, the ones that killed the cops. Oh, and the cops probably told them, go kill these people because they're getting ready to spill the beans. Lou Rockwell, 2014, June 18th. Okay, here we go again. A star. Something to collect for future reference. A new study shows that older rats had a remarkable restoration in brain function after eating curium for a month. It led to the increase of blood flow, relaxation of blood vessels in the brain, and a reduction of oxidative stress. The implication is that Turnimac and its derivative, curcumin, may protect against age-related brain dysfunctions such as stroke, dementia, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's disease. Natural Society, June 18. You have to look into these particular natural herbs. Don't rely on the pharmaceutical companies and don't rely on FDA. They are frauds and fakes, and they're doing this to you. They're making a profit off your death. If you want to keep going with them and pay them for your death, go ahead. It's your choice. I'm just saying. The U.S. once again is experiencing blowback after training dozens of ISIS or Islamic State of Iraq and Syria soldiers in 2012 to aid rebels in Syria against Assad. ISIS is now turning against the U.S.-backed regime in Iraq. Do you blame them? They want their country back. They want the oil back under their control, not the major oil companies. And I don't see any problem with it myself. I really see that this is democracy, a republic democracy, I should say, in action. Because we are under a democracy, and it's two wolves with a sheep deciding what's for dinner here in America. You gotta wake up, win. June 17th, WorldNet Daily. Okay, video. Russia has stopped delivery of gas to Ukraine because Ukraine still owes billions to rubles and payback or back payments. Ukraine must pay in advance in the future. Gas from Russia to Europe is in serious jeopardy because the pipelines run through the Ukraine. And if they cut that off, Europe's not going to get crap out of all this. And they will be put back into place where they should be from the banksters who are money junkies. Like I've heard You should stick all the money junkies in an institution like drug users and put a dollar bill in the middle of a plush room, and every time they go for that dollar bill to grab it, they get electrical shock. Try to make them so they're not money junkies. Okay. Yemen was plagued or plunged in a total blackout after the government sabotaged power lines, a common practice of tribesmen who want the government to release prisoners or meet other demands. This triggers protest in Sana'a, the capital, over long-standing shortages of water, food, and fuel. The president fired 5 cabinet members to appease the protesters. Power was restored the next day. It's crazy as a cuckoo clock. Middle East, June 16th. Well, here we go. Another conspiracy theory becomes fact after the official Monetary and Financial Institutions Forum, OMFIF, confirmed that central banks are propping up the stock market. And they are. They're just throwing money in there and going, look, it closed at a great rate today. No, because they threw the money in there because people are drawing the money out faster than they can put it in there in most cases. They have plummeted $29 trillion of taxpayer funds into stocks and keep prices artificially high. China is the biggest player in this Ponzi scheme, with the U.S. running a close second. Zero hedge, June 16th. See, we owe so much money to China, they don't want the dollar to collapse altogether themselves because we owe them. And that would just cause us to become something to attack and get that money back forcefully. But we don't want that. The American people never agreed to any of this Ponzi scheme that the American dollar, IRS, or actually Federal Reserve, was put in proper perspective, would allow. They just print this money down in the basement of their place, and they just, look, there's plenty of money out there. Pieces of paper that will soon become wallpaper. You can paper your walls with it like the Confederate money. It's getting there. Okay. Another conspiracy theory. Okay, they're monetary and financial. Okay. Let me move this up. The Federal Reserve is letting it be known that it is considering an exit tax on those who cash in on their bond funds. This is seen as a psychological maneuver to frighten bond investors to sell now to avoid the tax later. Why would the Fed do that? Because it wants to see bond investments reallocated to the stock market to replace its own role in expanding the bubble, which is as big as New York City, which is necessary for the appearance of a prosperous economy. Zero hedge, June 16th, 2014. Insane. We have insane people running the world. They got too much power and too little brains to be running all this. Us with 140 plus IQ should be running this, because we wouldn't do this. We would go back to the Constitution and not allow them to have this power. They can't have this power. That's just all there is. Video. The IRS claims that it lost Louis Linier's emails between 2009 and 2011 when she was engaged in targeting conservative groups. They just lost the emails. They say it was a bad hard drive. And you know what? They got servers that back up all this stuff. So they did not lose it. They're just trying to hoodwink the public into believing it. This is insane. Uh, when she was engaged in targeting conservative groups claiming a drive, not servers, malfunctioned. That's bull. Sheesh. That's bullsheesh. Judge Napolitano says that it looks like the IRS destroyed the evidence and is trying to avoid disclosure and embarrassing information. He says that the FBI has experts who can recover the data from the computers, and NSA has the ability to recover emails from its archives. No one expects either to happen. Fox News, June 16th, and that's why I'm saying they had servers. Now, servers have their own particular hard drive, and these servers have that information on them. Not a particular hard drive, not one hard drive, 300 hard drives. It makes you mad, doesn't it? Should make you want to get up and say, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore, and stand up and say no to the government, that they're criminals and they're fiends and they need to be brought to justice. Leavenworth sounds great to them. U.S. Tyler Cohen, a mainstream economist, wrote the New York Times that the ongoing economic downturn is due not through war or enough war. We kid you not. From not enough war. We gotta be out there killing people to make money. No, that's the banksters. Cohen's Keynesian theory advocates an immediate increase in military spending to get the economy going again. If you are interested in a brilliant analysis of fallacy of prosperity through waste and destruction, read Economics in One Lesson by Henry Hazlitt. Available here. You can go here. Click on this. Zero Hedge, June 14th. Monsanto. Oh, Monsanto, the killer of humans for a profit, has acquired significant control over the U.S. government to cause the withdrawing of U.S. foreign aid to El Salvador unless the country purchases Monsanto's genetically engineered poison. Yeah, they genetically engineered this. Nature doesn't make it, so it's poison. If nature doesn't make it, it's poison. They're introducing something into the environment that cannot be processed by the human body. This extortion is in response to El Salvador's ban of glyphosate, which is a deadly poison to humans as well as insects, bees and other things. You wonder why the price of honey is now up to $10 for 12 ounces or so. This extortion is in response to El Salvador's ban of glyphosate, which is a fundamental to Monsanto products. Foreign Policy Journal, June 14th. That just makes me mad. Monsanto is still out there. We're saying no to them over and over again, and they still keep going. They should be prosecuted. The scientists should be fucking ordered. Oh, sorry, my French. They should be ordered to eat this crap that they're producing for a year and see what happens to them. Every day, 3 times a day. And see what happens to them. Ugh. Makes you mad, doesn't it? It should. They don't eat that stuff. You go to the cafeteria where the scientists are working on this Monsanto crap. They don't eat anything with their own product in it. Just a thought. Oh, man. New York State Intelligence Center published a document citing recent shootings that targeted law enforcement and warning police to be on the lookout for people displaying an anti-government viewpoint, portraying them as potential cop killers. Now we got paranoid cops out there that's going to kill more people who are innocent because they spread this word out there. Ironically, the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund report in 2013 that law enforcement fatalities are at the lowest over a 60-year span. Yeah, right. What liars they are. Oh my God. We got a bunch of thugs, criminals, working with criminals because they want to take your guns away, which you're not a criminal and you don't do criminal activity, but they want them all to have weapons of death. Story leak posted June 14th. I'm not lying to you about this. This is what's happening. Video. Missouri. Over 4,000 pounds of beef is being recalled because it contains spinal parts of the nervous system that can carry bovine spongiform encephalopathy, which is known as mad cow disease. Authorities say there is no evidence that the cattle were infected, but this was a precautionary move. CNN posted June 14th. Now, this is my beef on this. Okay, and the pun is intended. They are making 6 companies in the United States the producers of all our beef, all our food, right? What happened to the small farmers that were out there producing beef locally in your farms? They shut them down. They made it so many precautions on them that they can't pay off the FDA to stop this. So they go out of business. The big corporates, though, are producing all this food. And they are all in one area. And it spreads between one cattle to another, to another, to another. Now, the ideal of small farms was to isolate the cattle from, hoof disease and everything else. There's the thing out about pigs being killed off by the millions in these corporate farms because they have these pigs being fed the blood, the baby pigs being fed the blood of the older pigs who died of a certain disease of anthrax, right? Or something else. This is going on right now. We need more small farms than corporate farms. And that's the answer to the question. Get rid of these 6 companies out there producing all our food and make it 60,000 small business companies doing this. Oh, well, I forgot. Was it J.P. Morgan or one of the guys, I can't remember his name right now, said that competition is a sin. So we got to get rid of all the competition out there, the little farmers and stuff, and make it under 6 corporates who are interrelated with each other. And don't you understand? Unbelievable crap is coming down the pike at you, and you don't even realize it because you're not paying attention, apparently. But that's the truth. Here we go. Something to calm down for a moment for the analysis. Video. Incredible stunts. Click to be amazed. Put a car on 2 wheels and have a motorcycle drive underneath it. There you go. That should be entertaining for the ones with weak minds or whatever. I don't want to say that. Didn't want to say. Okay, video. James Corrett rebuts the claim that war is good for the economy. The theory that World War II ended the Great Depression is based on what is called a broken window fallacy, which is explained here. But there are things more important than money. Colbert questions whether the military technological advances are worth the price of suffering and death that are the result of wars. So do we. You gotta see that video. I have. And it points out everything you need to know. Correct report, June 18th. Okay, let's go on. A video. Dr. David Raznick, PhD, blows the lid off the myth of HIV and AIDS. He says HIV tests are unreliable. AIDS is a syndrome of symptoms, not really a disease, and is caused by malnutrition and drug use, street drugs and medical drugs. Drugs used to treat AIDS actually make the condition worse. AIDS is not sexually transmittable. Dr. Sapiro posted June 16th. You gotta see it. I mean, I'm trying to tell everyone out there. U.S. leaders say the global warming, which is in our view is a politically motivated myth, and similar threats to the environment are on par with weapons of mass destruction in a global war for survival. Obama and Kerry are offering themselves as generals in this war who lead their grateful followers to victory and safety if we would just give them more money that we don't have in power. It is one of the greatest scams of history, and it really is. And if you're not catching this, you're not paying attention. I don't believe anything that the mainstream media tells me. That TV up there that I'm watching a movie on while I'm doing this in silence, Solaris, is entertainment. That TV is built for entertainment. It's not built to tell you facts. Unless there's a tornado or something like that, they have to save face, don't you know? And they will tell you stuff like that. There's an accident on this road over here, and they have to tell you that. But everything else is fluff. Oh, unbelievable how we're being Orwellian. 1984. And also The Network. On Network. Actually, it's called Network. 1973 movie about a guy who comes forward and points this all out to you. It's satire back then. It's real today. If you haven't seen the movie, it's real. You watch it today and you go, well, this is real. This is what they're actually doing. Well, yes, they are. Okay, next. U.S. leaders say the global warming, which in our view is politically motivated myth, and it is, and similar threats to the environment on par with weapons of mass destruction in a global war for survival. Obama and Kerry offering themselves general... Okay, I just read that, didn't I? Unyielding, June 16th. I just got off on a tangent, and you see how that works. Obama's energy policies are based on the theories that policy objectives of Maurice Strong, a UN power figure who lives in China, has been on one of the strongest voices of international global warming choirs. Why? Because he is key to making a lot of more money. These money junkies, he's one of them that needs to be put in that little room with the dollar bill electrified and shocked every time he goes to pick it up until he doesn't think money is that important. Money to him is more important than life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Except if it's for him. His renewable energy policies are now being applied in Canada and are a model for failure. U.S. Senate report notes that solar power is 117% more expensive than coal power, 140% more expensive than nuclear and natural gas power. Wind and solar power are available at a third of the time, so power from coal, nuclear, and gas must serve 2/3 of the time to prevent blackouts. Dr. Tim Ball reports this. Gotta see the article, June 16th. And that's it for this week's Unfiltered News. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got educated. Junior needs a lift. Now this is a cool picture. Mother and son. Oh. Humor for this week. Creation Explained. Here you go. Southside. Cleaners and launderers. Teach your kids about taxes. Eat 30% 30% of their ice cream. Oh my golly. And that's basically it. And then we get down to the classifieds, and you got all the books on the side here. Don't forget them. Buy into him. G. Edgar Griffin needs your support so I can keep reporting to you the headlines you may have missed that are out there and the mainstream media isn't telling you anything. Okay? This is what I am talking about. This is why I do this newsletter. The reason behind it all is exactly this. What is going on? Why aren't we being informed? Why aren't we being told things that matter to us in the news instead of being lied to day after day after day on all the networks, on the entertainment box that you have cable hooked up to and everything? The alternative media is the way to go. I'll tell you one thing. Go to whatreallyhappened.com. If you really want to be informed, I'd send you to G. Edgar Griffin's site, and he has a link on here at the top. You got news article, classifieds, unfiltered forum, and freedom force, and then actually the reality zone, which I'll move this over. Okay, you got reality zone. Click on that. It will take you here, and you get to see everything that he has. Freedom issues, all that stuff. Oh wait, I gotta move this back over. Okay. Newest arrivals, health issues, freedom issues. I mean, you got checking all this stuff. I mean, you're not being told the full story. You're being told by doctors on TV who dress up in a smock. They're actors, dress up in a smock. They put their head on and they got a stethoscope. And you believe that doctors in white coats and stethoscopes are telling you the truth. They're lying to you. Just listen to the disinformation. And then they turn around and tell you what the side effects of all their drugs are. God, you're not listening if you're believing anything that you're hearing there. Until next time, this is Spellbinder 00 saying, be good at it, have a wonderful weekend, and be informed. Be informed. Go on to What's Really Happened and check out Mike Rivero. I post him over Alex Jones. I don't even bother with him anymore. Mike Rivero is on target, and you'll like him when you get there. Good day.